up here in the broadcast booth as we are getting ready for our Giggity Racing League Truck Series at Martinsville. We got a few drivers that's not going to make this race. Celtics fan, he had another league he had to go run in. Neither is our Florida captain Larry Baker. But as you know, Fluffy got the first win tonight, followed by Celtics and Larry in fourth. So there's two of the top four contenders right there from the last race not racing tonight. So maybe some of these other guys can get up here and battle Fluffy for this win tonight. And there is the invite. Oh, it looks like AJG's running tonight. So let's get in here and get this race started. Alright, it looks like starting lineup is Fluffy, AJG, Trout, Rebel Joker, Trey, Owens, K. Larson, MP Roofer, Sergeant Saws, The Heat, Old Guy. That'd be your lineup for this evening. So let's get in here and let's get this thing started. Alright, remind you this is 50%, 3 times wear, 125 laps. Looks like I just probably missed the first lap as we see Fluffy out front. The 18 of AJG right on his trail, along with Brian in the 8 for the top 3. Okay, Fluffy had a good truck here last night. I think AJG had a decent car as well, so I don't know, maybe that might be your two favorites for this evening. It looks like Brian's trying to stick right there on their tails. So once again, it's only me up here in the booth right now, so if y'all would bear with me. And I appreciate everybody that's following us right now on the air. Support is welcomed. As we see this front 3 breaking away from everybody. I'll tell you one thing that will come into play, I gotta believe, especially the way that this line's running right now with these top 3, the way they're moving away. I think lap traffic's going to be a big deal tonight, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that, see if that slows anybody down and gives anybody else opportunity to jump in there and battle for the lead. It looks like Fluffy's got that truck dialed right in on the bottom of that daggum curb right there going through the middle of the corners. Don't look like he's having too much fight getting in. Don't look like he's having too much fight coming out. It looks like he's able to just roll its way through there. Oh, as soon as I say that, he drifts up high a little bit. AJG run him down and get a little bit of fight going for number 1 spot. Looks like Brian might have caught the curb there. Looks like we got some 2 wide battles back there for the, I think maybe 5th and 6th positions. Oh, looks like Fluffy kind of might have lost it just a little bit there. Oh no, the caution is out. Oh. As we see that truck right there sitting on the back stretch going into turn 3 right now in front of the leaders. I guess that was got a little bit tangled up. Y'all have to excuse my burping, by the way. I just chugged me a Dr. Pepper, and you know what Dr. Pepper does to you. Alright, so let's see. Chance for these guys to pit, get their tire pressures changed, get their wedge changed, get their stuff set up the way they want it. Gotta say, if some of these guys have started at the back and didn't get that great of a restart, maybe we'll see them not pit Maybe we'll see him take 2 tires, but it looks like everybody pitted. Looks like we're going to start this restart the way it ended. So let's get green again. Here we go. Looks like AJ got a pretty good start on the outside, but then we know the inside line is going to be the place to be, as we see a couple people making contact with that curb. Oh, looks like AJ got a pretty good run. Oh, looks like Brian's trying to get shuffled. Oh, as he makes contact with a 68. Looks like he might have been just carrying too much speed in there. It was too low of an angle going into that corner. See Brian getting shuffled back a little bit now, back to 4th. Oh, it looks like the 83, the Heat made contact with him, trying to move him out the way, as we see them going 3 wide back there. Oh, I'm going to have to change this camera angle. I'm going to get back here in the mix of all this now. Oh, making contact a little bit here. This is Martinsville, though. It is to be expected. Oh, as we see the 68 catch the curb, he gets loose, goes up, drifts up high as the 83. Goes around him. Who else was that? Was that the Ford of Kay Larson? I believe it was. No, that was Kay Larson back there. No. Yeah, that is Kay Larson. Ooh, 3 wide, beating and banging with the 68 and 8. Oh, the 68 gets a hold of Brian again. Pushes him up a little bit high. Oh. Oh. I say, there's going to be some fight tonight now. Let's see. Well, oh, looks like Larson caught the curb again. Tell you, them curbs will jump out and get you in a heartbeat. You'll never see them coming. Think you got a good turn going. You turn just a hair too much left. Next thing you know, you're on the outside getting freight trained by everybody. So it looks like our top 5 is Fluffy, AJG. Looks like we got the 83 of the Heat, the 8 of Brian, and the 52 of Kay Larson, followed by the 54 Trey in 6th. Looks like these guys might be getting straightened out now. We got the 68 back there. We got the 20 of Roofer. He's trying to make a run on the 68. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. No, it looks like that he got him. Oh, 68 made a little contact with Trey, pushes him upside, and he takes that 6th spot away. Looks like Brian's closing in on that 83 truck. I gotta say, if we're going to see a bump and run, I think we're going to see it tonight. This is the track to do it at. You know, a lot of these guys don't like running that way, but if it's for a playoff point or for points to win the race, you definitely got to say, I don't think there's a person in this lobby right now that wouldn't at least try to make a run for it. As it looks like we got the Fluffies already closing in on lap cars. Trucks, my apologies. Who would that be? That would be the 13 of Sergeant Sauls. Guess he didn't get a good restart, or maybe his truck's just not dialed in right. Looks like he's having a hard time holding that inside line. Looks like he's losing a lot of momentum doing that. But, as I was talking about earlier, lap traffic's going to come into play here. But it looks like Fluffy don't have too much of a problem getting around him. I don't think AJ's going to have a problem getting around him either. Oh, as he catches the wall and spins sideways, is that going to stack everybody else up? Is he going to hit anybody? I don't believe it. No, he's on pit road now. I believe he caught it quits. Or it might have been a lag out. That might have been what happened, the reason why he caught the wall like that. Come back around, we'll look on pit road, see if his truck's still there. Yep, I believe Sergeant Sauls caught it quits. Or lagged out once, something to a miss there. Maybe he just didn't have the truck tonight and didn't want to be in anybody's way. See Fluffy and AJG leaving everybody in the dust. We had a whole straightaway away from everybody. Looks Looks like it's just getting bigger and bigger as AJ gets a run on Fluffy. He makes contact with his bumper, pushes him up the track a little bit, and gets that run coming out. Can AJ hold on to it? Yeah, I believe Fluffy. Oh, making contact. Looks like AJ caught the curb a little bit. This is going to be interesting here, because Fluffy is not giving up by no means. Oh, he makes contact with AJ, pushes him up a little bit. Is he going to try to get that run going on the inside as we see them once again coming up on more lap traffic? Oh, drives it in there hard, moves him out the way. I say this, we knew we was going to see this tonight. Looks like Fluffy's getting a run going in the corners, but it looked like AJ might be getting him coming out. See AJ drop back in behind the Fluffies. He's going to try to move him again. See how close they are. Alright, like I said, we got more lap traffic up ahead. See how this plays out. Oh, see Fluffy getting a little bump from AJ back here again. These two are, I got a feeling these two are going to be in a dog fight all night long. You got to wonder if these lap cars see them coming, or maybe they'll stay out of the way. Or who knows? That first one might clear the way. That second one realized, hey, if I stay on the lead lap, he'll get a lead. He'll get that lap back, and then again, if those two both go a lap down, stay right there next to the leaders, and them two start fighting with each other, trying to get that first spot a lap down, might make for some interesting racing. Yes, it is, Ryan. These two are duking it out up here. See what's going to happen. Yeah, see? You see how that one truck just pulled to the inside. I'm trying to see who that was. Hard to tell. These trucks moving as fast as they are. But right there's just common courtesy, people. They know they ain't got a chance. They see the leaders coming. They're not going to get in the way of their race and cause them to wreck. So they just pull to the inside and let them go. That's really respectful. See, that's the kind of people we got in our league. That's the kind of people we're looking for to add to our league. Because, like I say, if y'all are interested in racing, y'all think y'all can run a good, clean race, think you can compete with the competition that we got in here, make for some good racing, by all means, give K-Taddy a shout out. Give RJ Smitty, Larry Baker, RKM, those of our manufacturer captains, any of the admins, Big D, me, give anybody a shout out. We'll see if we can get you in here. I believe that'd be the end of the stage, or the caution one. Everybody I just see joining the broadcast, I appreciate y'all joining along with us this evening. Alright, here we go again. Get Ray London, let's go at it again. See if AJ can do the same thing he did last time. He had a heck of a run on that outside. Oh, it looks like Brian's in the grass. Oh, it looks like it's going to stack everybody back up there. That's not what they need to see. It's going to be hard enough to get in front of these. Oh, as the 83 pushes Brian up into the wall, and he is spinning. Don't look like they threw a caution flag though, so we'll keep on racing. I gotta say, does that look like 52 truck of K. Larson sitting in third? I believe it is. We got another couple Fords up there at the top, as we see Trey in the 54, and that Toyota camp make a run on him. He takes third away from Larson. Let's see if them two can get up here and catch up to AJG and Fluffy and make for a good little battle here. I gotta say, from what we're seeing tonight so far, it looks like Fluffy once again's got the dominant truck. AJ looks like he's got himself a pretty good truck now too so don't count him out. If he can stay around his bumper, he might be able to throw a little bump and run like he was doing earlier in the first stage. Like I said, it just looks like Fluffy's truck is just rolling through them corners so smooth and so easy. It's gonna be hard for anybody to stay right there with him. As we got a caution. Like I said, it's just me in here tonight, fellas, so it's going to be hard to, keep up with everything that's going on, so I do apologize if I missed something. Like I said, this battle that we got going on for the lead right now between Fluffy and AJ, it's hard to pull the camera away from that because it's good footage up here. Go. Going green again. You can just hear how fast they're getting through them gears. See if AJ can drop down, get in line with Fluffy and stay on his bumpers. We see, looks like Brian in the 8's making a run. The 4th looks like the Heat. Ooh, looks like Roofer and somebody else just made contact at the back of the field. And that's going to bring out a caution. Now we know how it goes with these short track races now. Cautions breed cautions, and it looks like we're starting to see that. And also, somebody's truck gets a little bit too tight or a little bit too loose, starts, slipping and sliding, getting into other people. It can, it can make it for interesting racing like we seen last night. Hopefully it won't come down to, that much beating and banging. Like I said, we got a pretty good group tonight, a lot of clean drivers in here, so hopefully we can keep that trend going. Alright, let's get back to green. Going 3 wide to turn 1. It looks like somebody just took out, I think, maybe the 83. Yep, that was the 83 of the Heat. Looks like AJ got a little bit better of a restart this time. He's staying a little bit closer to Fluffy, but here comes Trey in that 54 Toyota. Don't count him out. He's a heck of a driver. He won our season opener at Daytona last week, as y'all remember. Oh, looks like AJ caught the wall a little bit there. like we got some 2-3 wide battling back there for, I believe that's the 5th spot. So it looks like this thing's going to start heating up a little bit. As we see Brian in the 8 catch the wall. I'm going to peel away from the lead here for a second. I'm going to get back in this pack and see what all's going on back here. It looks like Roofer made contact with, who would that be? .41. Alright, looks like these trucks back here in the back are a little bit tight. Looks like they're having a problem holding that inside line like the front group is. Right along with AJ for a little bit, and you see how well they're holding the inside of that line. Don't look like people in the back have been able to do that. If you've got that truck just a tad bit too tight and can't hold that inside line, it's going to make for a long night. As we see Fluffy and him pulling away from Trey and everybody else back there. Looks like Fluffy's starting to get a little bit of a lead, or I thought he was. As soon as I said that, and AJ closed that gap up a little bit, you see Fluffy catch the wall coming out of turn 3, turn 4. You gotta give these guys props up there. It is very, very hard to hold that inside line just perfect without catching that curb. But it looks like they're making it work. They got their trucks tuned in, got them dialed in right where they want them. As AJ catches the wall hard coming out of turn 2. Don't think that's going to slow him up too much though. As he catches it again, maybe his truck's starting to get a little bit tight coming out of the corners now. Fluffy's going to use that to his advantage and pull away a little bit. No, it looked like Fluffy was on 2 tires there. He's wailing it in that corner. Don't look like AJ's going anywhere though. Looks like they're closing in on. Alright, caution is out as we see the 8 truck sitting sideways at the start finish line. I believe that's the 8 truck. Yes, it is. So something to have missed there. I'm not sure if Brian got loose coming out, if somebody was next to him. Alright. Let's get set to go again. AJ got to jump on him this time. Can he make something of it? Alright, you got Trey pushing Fluffy on that bottom line. As the 68 catches the curb and goes up to the outside wall, taking somebody with him hard. Don't believe that's going to throw a caution though. I believe they all maintain control of their trucks. Which goes again, how much easier it is to control these trucks than they are the cars, because that would have been in the Cup car or the Xfinity, I'm pretty sure it would have been more than just two of them got mixed up in that. Oh, as we see somebody else getting spun sideways to the inside wall coming down the front stretch. That poor pit cone just sitting out there in the middle of the track. He's getting beat up tonight. As we see Trey in the 54 taking the number 2 position away from AJG. Can he close the gap on Fluffy? As he won't, as the caution comes back out again. I gotta say, I was looking through the chat a while ago, and I think tempers might be starting to flare up a little bit amongst a couple of drivers. So we're going to see how that goes going forward. See if they can maintain their composure. Like I said, this is a hard track to maintain composure at. It's a long race. Even though it's only 125 laps, that's, I mean, still looking at, 19-20 second lap times, but still 125 laps is a lot. Somebody rubbing a little bit, lap after lap after lap, it gets hard to control that temper, especially if somebody's got a short fuse. I can't say much. I'm one of them. I got a little bit of a short fuse sometimes when it comes to these short tracks, as do most people. But I got confidence these guys will work it out and continue to have a good race. We'll see the 68 come off pit road. Alright, looks like we got Roofer up in the lead now. Let's see if he can make something of it. Like we got Brian in third. Oh, Brian catches the curb. Well, we've seen how dominant Fluffy and AJ were earlier, but now that they're in the back here in the pack with everybody else, let's see how their trucks handle. Might handle a little bit different. Oh, as we see the 68 made contact with the 21 and pushed Fluffy to the inside wall. And I believe the caution is back out again. Ooh, wonder what happened there. I wonder if he just got loose coming out the corner, tried to overcorrect and slid up to the 68. I'm not sure, but that was definitely a hard lick. Good thing damage ain't on. That might have spelled trouble. Speaking of damage, Wednesday night we'll be running our 2019 Custom Cup Series. Not sure where the race is at exactly. I don't think we've been told yet. We'll get clarification on that, but it's got damage on it. As y'all seen us run last Wednesday night at Atlanta. A lot of hard racing there, a lot of beating and banging. Figured damage would, control that a little bit, but it didn't too much, so it looks like we lost a couple of people. No, we didn't. I was just on the wrong camera angle. See, Brian's got the lead now with 21 outside of him. Looks like we got AJG. Oh, as the 68 runs in there and just plows into Trey and pushes him in the wall. Maybe there's something amiss that I didn't know about going on there. Let's see Fluffy working on that bumper of the 18 truck. See if he's trying to get back around and get back out to the front and maintain that dominance tonight. Looks like Brian's pretty much holding that front though pretty good now. As you see the 28 of Fluffy getting on the inside of AJG, trying to take that second spot away. He's wanting that lead back. Oh, as the two make contact. As 21 follows Fluffy on the inside of AJ, looks like he's just going to continue to get freight trained up there. Oh, as the 18 moves the 28 out of the way. Let's see how Fluffy likes that. See if he does here going into this corner. Oh, looks like he got the nose in there. Looks like this thing's starting to heat up a little bit between these two. Oh, as the 18 takes out Fluffy. Oh, I don't think that's going to go over too well, if I may say so. That looked like it might have been intentional there. I hate to call anybody out on that, but footage is footage, and y'all seen it live. And I'm glad that message is blocked out on my screen. Y'all can't see that because that was not a pretty message. So yeah, there's definitely some tempers flaring between that 18 and 28. I want to see what's going to happen here. Let's see how the 28 responds. We got Brian in front. We got the 52 of Larson in second. Oh, looks like the 21 caught the curb and got into the grass. Oh, Larson makes contact with the 8 to get that inside run. Here we go. Oh, 8 tries to pinch him off. Looks like they're about to get 3 wide. This could be interesting here. Oh, the 18's just beating and banging all over. Oh, they're 3 wide going down the front stretch. Let's see what's going to happen here. I don't think anybody's going to call it quits now as the 68 sticks his nose in there. You'll have to forgive my speech. It's getting a little bit exciting. Oh, the 18 looks like he gave the 68 a little bit of a bump there. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 18 and the 20. Oh, the 52 and the 8 up here going at it with Fluffy in third. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see how much patience is going to... I don't think patience is much as a virtue right now between these drivers. I think they're all trying to get to the front and battle up here now. I say this is some good footage now. As you see Fluffy making a run on the inside. Oh, looked like maybe him and the 52 might have made contact. Fluffy takes that second position away. Oh, looks like the 68 and 52 is also beating and banging up here a little bit. Oh. That roofer sticking his nose in there up underneath AJ. Oh, a little bit of a shot there. Let's see how Fluffy works on the old Brian here in that 8 Toyota. Is he going to be patient and wait for the 8 to make a mistake, or is he going to move him? I don't think Fluffy's one to move somebody. I think he's going to wait for him to make a mistake, but as soon as I say that, they touched a little bit. Everybody knows Fluffy's got the best truck. Even Fluffy knows he's got the best truck, and he's trying to get out front again and prove it. As the 8 leaves just a little bit of a gap. Is he going to close it, though? Yes, he will. Oh, 28 gets a run, but so does the 8. Not quite there. I think Fluffy's just buying his time, waiting for the 8 to slip up. One little mistake, and it's over with. I gotta give Brian credit for hanging up here, holding this lead over Fluffy. Oh, it's Fluffy. Oh, nope. Brian still gets that run on that outside. It's close. It's going to be close. Fluffy's got him in this corner, though. I gotta say, Brian, that was a hell of a fight you gave up holding Fluffy off for that long. Let's see if you can stay with him, make something out of it now. Don't give up. See back there, looks like it's got Larson in third, 68 in fourth. And it looks like AJG back in fifth again, with Roofer in sixth and Trey in seventh. See, Fluffy and Brian pulling away from everybody else as we see AJ get a run on the inside of the 68. A lot of battling going on back here. I'm going to have to switch camera angles now. Oh, the 68 catches the grass. He's driving her in deep, doing everything he can to stay with that third and fourth truck. As you see AJ catch the grass, trying to get a run on the inside of the 52 of Larson. Didn't make it work though. Turned left just a little bit too much there. Oh, as you see the 18 catch the wall coming out of turn 2. Looks like we got Trey right back there up, followed by Roofer. Looks like Trey's going to get the inside run on the 68 though. Oh, as he pinches him. Oh, is he going to make a run on the inside? Yes, he is. Oh, he's going to catch the curb and slide up, run into the 54 truck, and looks like here comes Roofer. These guys are all go no quits. Oh, as the 68 spins the 54. And no caution. Let's see guys making pit stops now. As Fluffy has pulled away from Brian in that 8 truck, showing his dominance once again. Maybe that truck's trying to throw in some pit strategy, short pit, using fresher tires maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how many laps we got left in this ordeal here. I really don't think this race is going to much come down to fuel mileage as it is going to be tire wear. I think whoever's got the biggest gap and the best tires come down to the end of the race might going to be the one to hold on to it. As we see AJ lurking in the rear view of Brian now, looks like he's got his truck regrouped, trying to make a run back to the front. If him and Fluffy get together, it's going to make for an interesting finish. See how these two are going to handle themselves. But he's got to catch Brian and get around him first. We've seen how long it took Fluffy to get around Brian. Will AJ have the same patience, or will we just move him out the way? I gotta give a shout out to that number 8 truck. He's hung in there tonight. Looks like he got mixed up at the back of the pack there at the beginning of the race. And a while ago, as you seen the caution come out whenever he was spun sideways on the front stretch, but he got his truck back together and he's showing what he can do. Oh, it looked like Fluffy made contact with the 41. Turned my head away and I heard thunk in the headset. Alright, I do believe everybody else might be pitting. I think Fluffy's the only one out here that hadn't pitted yet, other than the 41 maybe. Let's see all them trucks sitting on pit road. Let's see when Fluffy decides to make his pit stop. See the 41 on Larson on pit road. You see the 8 and 18 down there. And getting their pit stops out the way. Of course, they're in the same chat party, so of course you figured they're going to pit together. You know how they say, 8 tires is better than 4. Let's see if the 68's going to hold Fluffy up any if he's going to let him go. I don't believe he is going to let him go. Oh, make a little bit of contact. I don't think Fluffy's going to stand for that. I'm telling that 68 to get out of my way. You're going to get black flagged. I tell you, this has been some good racing in here too. Some tempers starting to flare a little bit. You know, short track racing breeds that, but overall, it's been some good footage, I do have to say. Trying to figure out when old Fluffster here is going to make his pit stop. Is he going to take 2? Is he going to step with 4? I do believe everybody else might have short pitted, trying to use that to their advantage, thinking that's the only way they're going to be able to get around this truck, but I don't know. It don't look like Fluffy's truck's falling off too much. It looks like he's still holding that. Ooh, as soon as I say that, catches the wall going down, coming out of turn 2. I do believe that commentator curse that MP Roofer and Trey were talking about last night, I believe that's real, because y'all seen I was doing pretty good last night and they mentioned my name and all of a sudden I wind up almost barrel rolling, so I think I might have to stop talking about how good he's doing, because every time I do he ends up popping the wall or catching the curb one. So you gotta say, he's got that thing on rails. He's coming up on lap traffic. Looks like the 41 of Larson, looks like the 54 of Trey, and the 20 of Roofer, as the caution is out. Now, interesting to see how to do this though, because I think everybody pitted but Fluffy, so I'm thinking everybody's a lap down except for Fluffy. All right. Alright, here we go. Let's get set and reset and go again. Once again, we'll see that 28 truck just pulling away on that inside. Excuse me. Something stuck in my throat there. Oh, as we see the 54, is that the 54 Trey moving Roofer out the way? I believe it is. Looks like he's got AJ right on his bumper. He knows AJ ain't going to wait, so he's going to have to get up there. And oh, as we see the 8 and the 68 make contact. While everybody else is back here making contact. Oh, we see the 8 hit the 18. Looks like Fluffy might have got a little bit. Oh, they are starting to beat and bang back here, fellas. y'all know, cautions breed caution, so let's see what's going to happen here. No, that was the race. Fluffy is our winner. So, let's get him up here in the booth. Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. You did it again, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Man, I tell you what, looked like you and AJ were having one heck of a battle there.
We were.
Looks like tempers might have got a little bit heated up there, man.
Yeah, kind of didn't like the move that he pulled. Dive bombing me in, second corner there, and showed my displeasure. So that settled that case, and we wound up with a win. Feels a lot better, than finishing second like we did last night, and happy to get home the win here and sweep both races and all three races, and I can't thank those other guys enough. They're really good drivers, and all those drivers are pretty good, man, and looking to race with them more in the future.
I'll tell you what, that 8 truck Brian in that Toyota there, he was up there up front there for a minute and looked like you was having a little bit of time getting around him. Was you just being patient, waiting for him to slip up, or was he just doing that good of a job staying out front?
I mean, Trout. What are you talking about, Trout?
Oh, that was Trout, not Trey. Brian, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Well,
whoever was in the red 8, it might have been Trout, it might have been Brian. They switched trucks.
Yeah, I think it was Trout. Trout had
Brian the whole time.
He had a good car. He had a. Oh, you good, man. Trout, he had a really good truck there at the end. I wanted to pass him clean, even though sometimes I kind of got in the back of him there, and I didn't mean to. And a lot of them guys, they back up their corners a lot. That's what I do. And yeah, man, that's basically it. I mean, I just connected with my marks and hit my marks right, and finally got a win here. So can't complain about that.
Well, going from running the trucks tonight to running back in the Pro League at Watkins Glen Wednesday, how do you feel going into that?
Feel pretty good. Feel pretty confident about our car. Hopefully we can put the number 17 in victory lane for the first time this season. I know my teammate over on the Xbox side, he got us to win at I think it was Auto Club, yeah. And so hopefully, I can bring one for the PS4 side and accrue more points towards the end of the regular season and get things shaped up for the playoffs here soon.
Well, I will say, not just everybody from the Ford group that you're in with us, but I think everybody in Giggity, don't matter what manufacturer, I think all of us will be rooting for you Wednesday night, man. So good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Congratulations on sweeping all 3 races tonight.
Thank you.
All right, well, you have a nice night, man.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen it, Fluffy won the Dash to Drive at Las Vegas. He got the win at Vegas, and he also got the win at Martinsville. He swept all 3 stages of that race, so he just had that truck dialed in tonight. But we will see y'all Thursday night. We got the Xfinity cars coming up. Also running, once again, Las Vegas and Martinsville. So, should make out for some interesting racing. We had some hard fought battles tonight, a lot of clean racing, so hopefully we'll see that again come Thursday. And for Wednesday night, if you ain't watching the Pro League or if it's over and you're looking to watch another race, we got our 2019 Custom Cup Series Wednesday night. Somebody will be doing the broadcast. I'll be actually racing in that race, so I'm pretty sure maybe Trey and Baker Bones will be back up here in the lobby again, followed possibly by Roofer as well, depends. But until then, y'all have a nice night, and I appreciate everybody tagging along, commenting, and following the broadcast. And y'all have a nice night, and I'll see y'all later.